this project is very helpful for the pharmacy owner and the pharmacy staff. They can generate invoices, bills, sales order by using this. My current project is credit card wallet. It is a banking domain project and we are working for Citibank client.
Hey everyone, welcome to GIB. In this video we will talk about how you can explain your current project in an interview. This will be a point by point discussion, so make sure you take a piece of paper and pen with you to note down all the points, and I am sure that it will help you to answer this question perfectly. I am also going to tell you some of the samples which you can use in your interviews. So let's start the video. So when the interviewer asks you about your project, the first thing you need to tell is the name of your project, the client name and the domain name of your project. I have some examples for you. For example, the project name can be Pharmacy Management System, the client can be Apollo Pharmacy, and the domain will be healthcare domain. Don't take these examples literally. These are just to help you out, and you have to use your current project name and the client name and the domain name in real. The next example would be a project name is Customer Help Chatbot System. The client can be Airtel and the domain name will be Telecom domain in this case. The next example would be Credit Card Wallet. The client can be Citibank and the domain would be banking domain or finance domain. So you can frame this point by saying that my current project is Pharmacy Management System. It is a healthcare domain project and we are working for Apollo Pharmacy client. The next sample I have is my current project is Customer Help Chatbot System. Our client is Airtel and the domain in which I am currently working is Telecom domain. Another sample would be my current project is Credit Card Wallet. It is a banking domain project and we are working for Citibank client. So these are just basic examples just to help you out so you can frame your answer correctly. So after telling the name of your project, the client name and the domain name, the next point will be user base or who is the current stakeholders of your project. Now the stakeholders means who is actually using your project and who are the actual beneficiaries of your project. So I took 3 examples here. So first one for healthcare domain project, second one for telecom domain project, and third one for banking and finance domain project. So for healthcare domain project, you can tell that this project is helpful for pharmacy staff, or for telecom domain you can tell that this is helpful for end customer, and for banking and finance domain project you can tell that this is helpful for end customer. The stakeholder of these projects are the customers of that bank. So it will be different from project to project, and you need to find out in your project that who are the beneficiary of your project, means your project is actually used by whom. So I have few of the samples here as well which I am going to tell you. So the first sample I have is this project is very helpful for the pharmacy owner and the pharmacy staff. They can generate invoices, bills, sales order by using this web application, and in the real time the bill will be sent to customer's phone number. Another sample I have for telecom domain project. This tool which we are creating is very helpful for the end customers of Airtel. Whenever they are facing any problem with the network or any grievances, they can use this chatbot for the further instructions and resolve their queries. I have one more sample for you. This web application is very helpful for the Citibank credit card customers. They can easily repay their credit card bill. They can see the credit card expenditure and various credit card features like coupons and cashback, etc. Okay, so I hope these samples will be helpful for you. The next point will be technology stack of your project, means the technology you are using to build that project. So you can divide the technologies into the 3 parts: front end, back end and DB. Now technology stack can be different from project to project. Some projects are using Spring Boot, microservices, MySQL, Hibernate, and some projects are using some other technologies like Oracle, Spring MVC, Spring JPA. It can be a microservice project or it can be a monolith project. Some projects can also use some front-end technologies like Angular, JavaScript, if it is a full stack project. So you need to frame this point according to your project. So I have few examples for you which I am going to share. So you can tell this point like this: at the front end side we are using Angular, at the back end side we are using Java 8, Spring Boot and microservices, And on the DB side, we are using MySQL. I have another sample point for you, something like this. At the front end side, we are using HTML, CSS and JavaScript. At the backend side, we are using Core Java, Spring MVC, Hibernate, and at the DB side, we are using MongoDB. So this is just an example, and you have to prepare this point according to your technology stack. So you need to find out what are the technologies are used in your current project, and you have to list them down, and you have to write this point accordingly. The next point will be tools and technologies, or maybe I should say tools and other technologies. So apart from technology stack, there are various tools and other technologies which has been used in your project. For example, you may be maintaining the code using GitLab or Bitbucket or GitHub, any code repository. After that, you are deploying your project, and for deployment purpose, you may have used Jenkins or Kubernetes or AWS, whatever you are using in your project. And to see the logs, you may be using Splunk, Grafana, Greylogs. There are many other tools as well to see the production logs. And apart from these, there are some other tools, various tools as well. For example, there is SonarQube to maintain the code coverage, to see the code coverage. There is Maven or Gradle as well to maintain the dependency, to maintain the versions of your application. So the list is very long, and you need to find the tools you are using in your current project. So I have a sample line for you for this point as well. To maintain the repository, we are using Bitbucket in our project. We are deploying our application using Jenkins, and to maintain the production logs or to see the production logs, we are using Splunk. And all our applications are Maven applications. Okay, so I hope you understood this point as well. So once you have told all these points in detail, very clearly and precisely, now you can tell the next point, which is the team size and the duration of your project. Now you can tell what is the team size of your project and what is the duration of your project. It can be a very big team size or a longer duration project, or it can be a small project with duration of few months. Now for this point, you have to tell according to your project, what is the team size you are having, what is the team structure you are having. So I have few examples or few samples for you here as well. So the first sample I have here is, in my current project, we have a team of 25 developers and 5 testers and 2 DBA. This is a longer duration project which is with us for around more than 2 years. Another sample here we have is, in my current project, we have a team of 3 developers. We are managing front end and back end as well. This is a shorter duration project, and once we complete this project, we will take care of another project. So after telling the team size and the duration of this project, the next point you have to tell is your roles, responsibilities and contribution in the project. So most of the time, roles, responsibilities are same for all the Java developers. So I am straight going to the sample line for this point. So the sample would be, I am working as a Java developer in this team. I am creating various classes and services using the technology stack we have, and then I am also writing the test cases related to the services which I wrote. And then we are deploying our application with the help of Jenkins pipelines. So I hope this will be very helpful video for you guys. Please let me know in the comment section what you guys think about this type of videos. Should I make more this type of videos or not? Thank you very much, and I will see you in the next video.